What up, y'all? It's Chris Weathers, aka Shorty C94, back at you again with another episode of Shorty Sneaker Conversations. This is episode 63, featuring P Kicks 23, my boy Patrick Broussard. Hopefully, we'll be able to get him shortly. What's up, big homie Kicks 80? Been seeing you out there creating some good stuff. What's up, Caramel Wonder? G the Blend, what's going on? See if we can get our guest invites. Man, what's up, Big Al? Big Al Kicks. Y'all need to follow him if you already aren't. What's up, JB Squared 5 Kicks? You know, just try to get like you, big homie. What's up, man?
Yo, what's up, man?
Chillin', man. How you been?
All right, doing good, doing good. You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. You know, just here hanging in there. You know what I mean?
That's good, that's good.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you being on here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me on here.
No problem, man. Well, right quick, we'll go over how the show works. So basically, it breaks down like a basketball game where we had a pregame, which is the introductions. Then the first quarter is sneaker origins. Second quarter is more recent sneaker past. Then at halftime, we'll talk about something, just kind of some random stuff, or we'll see what's going on in the comments.
Okay, got you.
Then, third quarter is sneaker present. Fourth quarter is sneaker future.
Got you. That'll work. Sounds good.
Okay. So yeah. All right. So starting off, I mean, we know we know each other, but
Yeah.
let everybody know who you are.
Okay, well, for you all that don't know, I go by P Kicks 23 on Instagram. Patrick, real name. I'm originally from New Orleans. Moved here to Dallas, Texas, by way of Katrina. So Hurricane Katrina. So, but yeah, man, just I guess I'm a kid, living in an adult body that still loves sneakers. That's pretty much it, So.
Okay. Well, hey, that's the life we chose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Okay. All right. So we'll just jump right into the. I gotta ask. You know what I'm saying before we get into the first quarter. What sneakers did you rock today?
Oh, actually, I threw on my Chinese New Year's Jordan 6s.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I wore them, so I said, well, let me break them out today. Kind of one of my favorite, out the 6s. So.
I also wore some 6s today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I wore those them Flight Nostalgia 6s. The Flint.
Oh yeah, the Flint 6s. Yeah. I had them. I copped them when they came out. I should have kept them, man, because I got them for a good deal. Like they were discounted. Got a little employee hookup. But I should have held on to them. But I kind of regret letting them go though, because there was some nice shoes, man. Some nice kicks.
Yeah. I know when I was managing for Hibbett Sports, like we had them, but like nobody messed with them. Like,
yeah, they sat for a while. Yeah.
So I don't know. They just look like some early '90s stuff to me. It's a small thing. That little purple hang tag.
Yep. The little small details, man.
Yeah, and I'll just say I'm guilty of with the 6 because it was the shoe that started it all for me. No matter what it is or how it's colored, I'm gonna look at it. I'm not always gonna necessarily buy it, but I'm definitely gonna give it a look. So
I got you. I feel you.
Yeah, man. Okay. Well, we'll jump into the first quarter. So I gotta ask you, what was your first sneaker moment or sneaker memory?
Okay, my first, I guess, aha moment with sneakers would be I think it was more of my brother. I think I may be telling my age, but it was in the 80s, man. Late 80s. My brother came home with some Jordan 5s. I think it was the 80s, right? No, early 90s. Came home with the Jordan 5s. And I was like, he guarded them so much to where it was like a treasure to him. And it was like, okay, what is that he, holding so close to him, So I kind of, which I know you probably still mad at me, he had just bought them and he wore them the first day of school. And then left him at home the next day. So, me being, little brother, I'm going to be like big bro. So I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
even fit the shoe, man, and I wore it to school the next day. So, man, we got into it bad after that. So I think, his I guess, passion for sneakers at that time is what got me started.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, we've all got. That's actually one of my future questions. Always, if I remember, I always ask, who was one of your early style influences, whether it was
Mm-hmm.
somebody in your family or if it was somebody on TV, something. So,
Mm-hmm.
which color fives was it?
It was the Fire Reds.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I kind of creased them a little. Hey, but I made up for it though, because I bought them a pair when they re-released. So hey bro, I'm sorry. I know this happened back in the '90s, but here you go, fresh pair. So.
Yeah, man. Want to shout out to everybody just right quick who just joined. Shout out to the homie Alexander John Design. Everybody who's on here needs to follow him. He's done a lot of great collabs with a lot of great shoe brands. I mean, Nike, Reebok, Puma, Canvas. So everybody follow him. But yeah, that's a great story, man. I mean, early '90s was a special time, and I know we're both older, so we were fortunate to remember a lot of those times, like having Jordans back in the day, and us being younger. We didn't really appreciate what we really had.
Yeah, thanks.
But yeah, I know my first memory was when the sixes came out. I had the Fire Red fives.
Mm-hmm.
My dad came home with the black infrared sixes, and it was the first time I ever wanted a shoe. And I was only 10 or 11 because it was '91. But I just really, it was like the black infrared six was glowing.
Okay.
So I'm like, God. And he had the short set with the Air Jordan, and it was Air Jordan on the shorts, the hat.
I got you. He was full gear.
He had the whole kit. And he was like, I didn't get them for you, but we can go get them tomorrow. I just want to get your foot measured. So I was able to get him grade school 6 back
That's
in the,
cool.
you know what I mean, back in the day. And
that's cool.
So yeah, my dad is kind of who got me into the kicks. So
okay.
Yeah. Now, all right. You gone over your that aha moment. Now, what was the next sneaker that was really like, all right, I'm in this? You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what? It actually took a while from the Fire Red fives to put me in full effect with sneakers, but the shoe that did it for me was actually these 11s right here. 11s, man. I mean, I guess it had something to do with the Space Jam, movie, because at that time, that's when I was really into basketball. I kind of played around with it, at that younger age, 90s, early 90s, just for fun. But like, my junior year in high school, it was like, oh man, it was all about Mike then. So, my mind, based on what, from the commercials, Nike and Jordan really made you think you could fly with these shoes on, So like, you know what, I need them. And ever since then, I was just hooked on like 11s on my shoe, So
I get you. One thing that us being younger, we didn't really realize what was happening too was it's already enough that Michael Jordan himself by 95, 96. I mean, you had other NBA players openly wearing Jordans playing against. I remember Kevin Garnett being a rookie.
Yeah.
Timberwolves, and he had the Concords on and the Columbias, playing Jordan. So, but the product placement, man, with the putting them on the right celebrities. I mean, they do it now, but it was really a thing back then where it was like, man, Crisscross got the patent leathers.
Yes. Yep.
Leather, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
The right rappers and the right TV show personalities. I mean, of course, Will Smith.
Yeah, Will Smith. Martin Lawrence.
Martin wearing Martin episode where Gina play. He had the same.
Yep.
You remember stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, to me, those moments add to the mystique of the shoe, where it's not just about Jordan. A lot of it is, but that product placement was a big thing, and it made the shoe even more desired. I feel like,
Yes. Yes.
you know. Now,
Yes.
we're old, so I can say what year did you come out of high school?
98.
Okay, so we're a year apart because I came out in
Mm-hmm.
90.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we can agree then, since we're talking about sneaker origins, that 95, 96 school year, ninth grade for me, 10th grade for you, that was the greatest era of Nike sneakers ever.
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt. I 100% agree because it was like, I mean, for me, whatever basketball shoe Nike dropped, you almost wanted it. I mean, outside of Jordans,
Yeah,
like it was like Nike was just killing the basketball era at that time.
shoot, it wasn't even just, it was basketball, training, and running. Like
Yeah,
here, I mean, you start
yeah,
off with oh, I was gonna say, you start off with the 95, the Speeds
uh,
hurt,
yeah,
and the web,
yep.
the web, the
The Webbers,
Veers,
yep.
yeah, the
Deion
Bruce Smith,
Sanders, yeah,
yeah,
Bruce Smith, Junior Seau, uh, uh, the '90s, King Griffey's, like
yeah,
so it was like, man, like the night, like Nike was just killing it.
yeah. The Air, the first Air Max up tempos, the Rodmans,
Uh-huh.
the
Yep.
JC, the Penny One. That was
Yeah.
one full year. So
Yeah.
I'm in a I'm from a really decent area of Cleveland, but like I was going to school with rich kids, but I was also going to school with kids who was selling dope. So
Okay.
like it was kids that had like all of these shoes. I'm like, how
Uh,
this nigga got every got the pennies, the Deons, the Griffies, like,
hey.
and then I had an epiphany. I'm like, these niggas is selling dope.
Yeah. Same thing in my case, man. I went to a school in the hood, and I grew up around nothing but drug dealers, man. And I mean, even the teenagers. So like, just to see them come there,
Yeah,
when the Jordans would drop, they would literally like leave school and then come back with them on.
yeah, or just not show up until
Yeah,
third period.
yeah, exactly. Uh-huh. Yeah.
You
And so like, and then you seeing all the drug dealers. When you go to the court after school to go play ball, they there balling in a new Jordan. Like, man, this is crazy.
Yeah, we got our first. There's a lot of good comments in here, but AFG CEO said, "How y'all feel about the Air Penny One dropping again?" So I'm gonna let you weigh in on that first. You
All
grab
right.
it?
Honestly, I need them. I didn't get them when it came out, when I was in high school, but those I definitely want in my collection, because growing up, I was a big Jordan head. Every now and then I would, dab in, a few Nike basketball shoes, but I guess now, I'm kind of growing out of it. I still love Jordans, but I feel as though I missed out on a lot of good basketball shoes because I was so committed to Jordans because I couldn't get them as a teenager. So, but them pennies, man, I'm all for it. I'm definitely trying to grab them.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that with the Jordans because on one of my last shows, I said, it was so many good sneakers, but if you came with a Barkley or a Griffey or something, it's like, oh, you got the new whatever. You couldn't get the J's, huh? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what? Now that you mentioned it, exactly. Because as a teenager, I really couldn't afford. My mom wouldn't buy Jordans, so pretty much I had to settle for the other Nike basketball shoes. Like I actually had a pair of Harold Miners. Baby Joe. I know you remember them. I actually had the Air Max Sensations, the Webbers.
Okay.
So I had to venture off to other shoes, until I was able to, grown now, buy my own Jordans.
I used to have Harold Miner's champion replica jersey, when they had the little NBA and they had the little champion.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I remember those.
Because the if you remember how the Heat jerseys used to be, their numbers used to be like the Lakers numbers. With the double, the double.
Yeah.
So I always liked those original Heat jerseys, so that's why I ended up grabbing it. But yeah, that's a great time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
I have the Orlando Penny. I have the 2000 retro, and I have the 2011. I didn't get the pair in 06, but I want a new pair. I want the white pair the most, just because I've never had them, and there were only 3 OGs, and the others come out. So because the all black and white one, he wore those in the All-Star game in '96.
Yeah.
Those didn't really sell so hot when I had them in my.
Yeah, I remember those.
So, so yeah. But these white ones, like I really need those most. Then it would be the Orlandos, and then they're gonna pour out the penny and put out a bunch of stupid colors like they did the last time. So
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to grab, if not both of them, at least the white ones.
Okay, yeah, yeah, because I think there's supposed to be a collab with them, though, right?
Well, I know it was supposed to be the penny too. Stussy was supposed to.
Yeah, with the okay, yeah, got you.
But
okay.
For that, I mean that's cool. But if you gonna start bringing out penny twos too, just bring out the regular OG black. Like
you might as well, man.
Came out in 2008, they never came back. Like I have that pair, but I'm like halfway afraid to wear it because
you don't know when they're gonna come back.
Yeah, and I could wear them, and I'll be honest with you. The pandemic weight gain is real. I might wear them.
Yeah, trust me.
They might, because I haven't worn them. I haven't worn those specific penny twos probably in at least 3 years. So
okay,
I wore them bitches, so I don't want to fuck them up.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I feel you, man. Yeah, see, that pandemic weight been getting me too, but hey, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, but yeah, just it'll be interesting to see how they do, since Nike basketball and Nike trainers that aren't Jordans or Foamposites lately, when they've come back, they've caused a little bit of a stir. So we'll see how that goes with Penny. But I feel like the hood always fuck with Penny.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It won't be nothing new. Oh man, but all right, we'll jump right quick to the second quarter, which is a little bit more recent sneaker pass that kind of leads up. So, all right, now you're in high school. Where was your first job at?
Oh, you know what, man? My first job was actually when I was living in New Orleans. It was like a summer camp thing where they kind of paid you to go to school and learn. In a sense, it's kind of weird. But it was just something that they created, in the city just to get kids off the street, get them off, stop hanging with the wrong crowd. So, but it was pretty much like a teen summer camp, playing basketball, going out, maybe doing a few things in the community. But that was actually my very first job.
Okay. All right. Now, before I ask you the follow-up question to that question, since you were from New Orleans and I am a No Limit and Cash Money aficionado, I have so many questions. I might save them for halftime or post game. So,
okay, gotcha. All right.
But with that first job, what was the first pair of kicks you ever bought? Do you remember?
Yes. And actually, the way my wife won't let me forget this, because I actually bought the Air Max Sensations when they dropped with my first paycheck. Yes, the Webbers, and it was her birthday, and I showed up to her birthday to her house with a new pair of shoes on.
Woo!
So yeah, I got it.
I
got it at the end.
I was like 50 back then.
Yeah, 150. Yeah. Matter of fact, me and my best friend, which is her cousin, we both showed up to her party with the same pair of kicks on.
Now, was it the white ones or the black ones?
The white ones.
Okay.
The white and blue ones.
Yeah, what's interesting about that shoe is they've retroed that shoe a bunch of times, a bunch of different ways, and it's always usually the white ones. But the last retro in 16, the black ones were everywhere.
Yeah, the black ones, yeah.
And they retroed the white one, but it was like harder to find.
Because I looked for them and I couldn't find nowhere around me that was releasing them. And the only place I found them was on, StockX. And I was like, man, I ain't, $250, $260 for the shoe. It's not worth it, so.
It's a classic, but that's $150 shoe even now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I got every now and then when it'll be retros where they'll come out with the OG color, but they won't make as many of them. Usually I find them at Jimmy Jazz.
Okay.
So like I ended up finding the white, black, and green Darwin there.
Okay.
Because the black and white Darwin was everywhere and like some of the other colors, but that white and green one wasn't really around. And I feel like that white and blue Weber was like that the last retro. Kind of hard to come by. So Jimmy Jazz usually I have them. And if they sit for a little while, they'll put them on sale.
Yeah.
I feel like lately Nike has been producing less when they retro a shoe that's not a Jordan or a Foamposite. They'll make less pairs of them. Sometimes you can only get them on Nike, or they'll only be at House of Hoops.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but all right, that Weber, that's a good shoe. I wish they would, since my initials are CW. I would love for them to bring back that shoe with that.
Yeah, with the CW. Yeah,
if they got cool,
that'd be fire.
But if it does, I'll buy all them bitches over again.
Yeah, I still want a pair in my collection though. I still need to get them.
Yeah, 250. But what size are you?
10.5.
10.5. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be on the lookout for those for you.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Appreciate it.
No problem. Now, one of the things I saw in the comments, right quick, before we move on, someone has said, "How do y'all feel about the Gamma 11 being the possible retro?" And with the 11 being one of your shoes, I'm pretty sure you may already have a pair of Gammas, or at least.
Believe it or not, I don't. I have about maybe like 12 different colorways of the 11, but the Gammas are not one of them. And I would love to have them. They always been one of my favorite 11 shoes. I mean, if I had my choice, to be honest with you, I'd actually prefer the Pantones, and then maybe the Gammas. But the Pantones are one that I really want. But the Gammas, of course, it'd be nice to add to the collection. It's almost kind of compared to the cap and gowns, but it's just that hint of blue. The little small things, make a big difference to me. So I would still get them.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I was running a store that had the Gammas when they came out. My wife has them. My son had them, but I mean, he's long grown out of those since then. But I was never a fan of them.
Really?
Like I don't know. I hate to say it. It's just black. Like, I know it's got that. It's just black.
Yeah, which is true, because you just get the blue Jumpman, the little turquoise Jumpman, and the turquoise sole. But
yeah, I hated the Gamma didn't come out in GS. The Gamma came out in GS. It definitely came out in GS. I was looking at the comment.
Okay.
But yeah, but I'll say this, as historic as it is, and I don't want to offend you because you had spoke about it earlier in the show. I'm not a huge fan of the Space Jam. It's just
really? Oh, man. I feel, hey, everybody entitled to their own opinion, I respect that.
If it's me and I'm thinking of wearing one of my 11s, I'm always going to think of the Concorde first.
Uh-huh.
Then I'm going to think of the black and red. I would rather see the Columbia over any of these.
Okay.
Now, I like how they came out with the Columbia, and then they came out with the Pantone right after. You had to buy the 29 and the 2-pack, $500.
Yeah.
I'm glad the pack thing is over with for the most part.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you on that, because I only wanted the Pantone when they dropped that pack. So it was like, dang, man, $500. What I'm gonna do with this other shoe?
Yeah,
because I really didn't like the 29s. So
nobody did. If you weren't, it wasn't. Now, some of these comments: 808 Kicks, ATL, Space Jam is legendary. It is. I'm glad that with the last retro of the Space Jam, it was like the PE that he wore in 1995 when he came back against Orlando. It was made like the OG. But the way I feel about 11s is, if it's not an original color, it should go back to the regular shape. And
okay.
OG should have like that high cut patent leather.
Gotcha. Yeah, the high cut. I like the high cut patent leather too.
But XOXO Yokisha, I just feel like the Concorde is the best 11. I feel like that's the best 11 to me. You can't go wrong with it when it's maintained properly, in good shape. To me, it's probably one of the best top 5 Jordans of all time. Concorde 11. And the black and red is behind it.
Okay. It's 23 or the 45, or it don't matter?
I don't care.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
I guess if I had to choose between the two, I probably would still rather have 23, because the majority of the pairs he wear had the 23 on them.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But that 2011 Concorde sucked quality-wise. So,
Now, see, I didn't get those.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't either, but I've had enough pairs around and held enough pairs where.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, nah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but all right. So you got your job, you got your Webers, you know, you pissed your wife off showing up with the Weber. So we there around that time. You know what I'm saying? What brands were you rocking with your kicks? You know, we
Oh
talk.
man, well, you know, growing up in New Orleans, in my era, it was only, I guess, one type of outfit that you would wear. You
Tee
wear a
free.
white tee with some jabos and whatever shoes you wearing, that's it. A
Bows
white
and Reed.
t-shirt and a pair of jabos, that's it. And as long as you got your kicks, you good.
Man.
But you know, personally, me, you know, as I kind of got older, living there, I did like South Pole and Sean John. You know, so I did rock that. So, but majority of the time, it was jabos and a white tee and a jersey every now and then. You know.
Yeah, tees, bows, and Reeds.
Uh huh.
Let me go back. Ask him how he feel about No Limit rocking trainers and basketball kicks. We're gonna get to the No Limit and Cash Money questions. Y'all might have missed it earlier. I said since I'm a No Limit and Cash Money aficionado, I've got several New Orleans questions for our guests. So they're coming. They're coming. But yeah, I lost all my Jabos and Katrina.
Oh man, yeah.
I'm also gonna ask you. I mean, if you don't mind asking, I do have some questions about Katrina.
Yeah. Hey, open book, man. Ask away.
Okay. All right. So tees, bows, and Reeds. That's been confirmed now by you that was a New Orleans
Yes.
staple. Okay.
Yep.
So, well, let me ask you this, just right quick. So, were the Jabos with the straps received well in New Orleans as well?
It was, but you know what? Yeah, I want to say it was equally with the strap or without.
Okay.
Personally, me, I actually prefer them without the strap. But you know, my wife would kind of cop me a few pairs whenever they come out. So you know, but she would do both strap and without. So you know, when the missus buy, I'm all good. You know, no preference.
I got you. See, I appreciate that you mentioned Jabot from the fact that I remember seeing Jabot in like the early '90s, way before those strap pants.
Yeah.
It didn't just become a thing with the straps, but I feel like a lot of people use that as a point of reference. Oh yeah, with the colored straps, like. I remember because I had some Jabot stuff before that myself. So, oh man, good times. Okay, so we got your outfit down pat. So, what was the first outfit shoe combo that you had that you was like cracking heads or snapping necks? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was that first outfit?
My first outfit that I think turned a few heads. To be honest with you, was I had on my Air Max. No, it was the Deion Sanders, with some navy blue Jabot shorts.
Oh shit!
with the Dallas Cowboys Deion Sanders jersey.
Okay.
Yeah. So and I used to wear the Nike headbands back then too. So that was. So that was like, I think that's one of my best fits, man, as a kid growing up. So like, everybody, and see, being in New Orleans, it was few stores that sold, jerseys, and they were kind of limited when they do. So I would actually go for the ones that, okay, I don't see too many people wearing this one. Like at one point, out of the whole city of New Orleans, when starter jackets were cool back then. But now they're back out now. But when starter jackets were out, with the pouch in the front and the hoodie.
Yeah, the pull-up.
I'd actually found a white Florida State one. Ooh. And I was always a big Florida State fan. So that was actually where I wanted to go to school at. So Foot Locker only had two of them. And they were the only Foot Locker that sold them in the city. So I kind of geared towards, okay, well, let me buy something I don't see people wearing too much. And it was like, man, when I found that Deion jersey and that Florida State hoodie, couldn't tell me nothing, man. So if I knew if it ever came up missing, I seen somebody wearing it, okay, well, I know it was mine.
And see, Florida State had them different colors, that deeper red. And,
yeah.
All right. Now, we touched on it a little bit, before we go to halftime. You took your brother's fire red fives to school.
Yeah.
But other than him, did you have any other style influences or influencers? With you being younger,
Uh,
or when you were younger, I should say.
I would say, it would, I guess it would mainly be just, whatever celebrity I would see rocking stuff. Man, let me see. I'm trying to think about back then. Not really. I guess not really too much because like I guess kind of like you, I was a big Cash Money fan. So and Cash Money records, all of them did was just, your kick spoke everything. White tee and jeans. That was pretty much it. So, I never was a big fashion guy, but like I said, I always wanted my shoes to speak. So I didn't mind having a slim down or toned down outfit, because I want everybody to notice my shoes more than anything.
Sure, sure. See, I ain't gonna lie. The one of the people I used to look at, shout out E Fiorentino 31. I used to look at it for the videos, but I used to watch Rap City because Tigger was like one of them guys. I'm like, man, he always had it early, and he was one of the few people that was able to marry sneakers and urban clothes. Because
Yes.
what's the easy thing to do with how some of the pants were we used to wear back in the day. Because I look at something like a Jordan 15, like how the fuck did I wear them back then? They go great with those now. You know what I'm saying? Joggers, taper jeans, but you wasn't wearing no joggers or taper jeans back in 1999.
Not back then. Nah.
So there's a TikTok out about it, but I definitely used to put rubber bands around some of my jeans.
Yeah, I did that too a few times.
Yeah, niggas is gonna see these J's, even though I got
yes. Yep, the rubber bands. Yeah,
But yeah, man.
That was the way we tapered our jeans back then, rubber bands.
Yeah, but yeah, Tigger was somebody I looked at. Whenever I would go out, I would try to emulate Jay-Z in the "Do It Again" video when he went to the club.
Okay. Yeah.
Avirex, like his Rockaware coat with my, I try to look like that when I would go out back in those days.
Wow.
Wheat Timbs, some
okay, yeah,
some raw denim, some Tommy jeans or something, with the crease.
So were Tim's really big in Cleveland back then?
Yeah, well, I mean, it would be cold. So, you know what I'm saying? It was, yeah. Timbs were always a thing. Timbs, I mean, you had other stuff that would get hot. Columbia boots, Durangos were big at one point.
Okay,
but,
yeah.
It would mainly just be the Timbs. And it was really only the Wheats, the Browns, and the Blacks weren't popular until, like to me, over the last 5 or 6 years, they got.
Okay, yeah. But, I'm still not a fan.
Yeah, niggas wasn't fucking with the Blacks. I mean, I remember a couple of stores I worked at, we had them sit so long, the bitches turned green. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So niggas wasn't buying black Timbs back then.
Yeah.
Just Wheats and Browns.
Yeah.
And the one store I worked at, we had niggas called Wheats Butters now, but we had an actual pair of Timbs that was called Butter, where it was like yellow leather and it had a green collar and a regular bottom, but it was like yellow leather and it said
wow.
box. So that's why I be cringing. I'm like, no, those aren't Butters, those are Wheats. It's a different. But the crease on the cuff and the crease were like essential back in those days because a nigga had to see that this was a Timberland,
yep,
X boot or a FUBU boot. Like, don't mistake it, nigga. These is Timbs.
All
right, Timbs.
So you did the high cut?
Well, my first pair of Wheats were actually an 8-inch one, and they weren't even really in style yet.
Okay.
So I used to wear those with like the baggy jeans, but some of my other were the 6-inch, regular joints. I could wear them with a less baggier but still baggy jeans. So yeah, the Timbs was big, back in the day. I mean, now, like, it's actually kind of been bad weather here in North Carolina, but we've only been here for like a year and a half. My wife clowned me last year because it snowed for like half a day. And she was like, it only snowed a half an inch. Are you breaking out Timbs? But I really just wanted to wear Timbs.
You need a reason to break them out.
Yeah. Let's see, Monte Carlo, I'm from Queens. It's different in every state. We always been calling them Butters or Constructs. Even Constructs, I can live with that. But, they always been Wheats to me, the constructions. And yeah, I remember Eastlands, 808 kicks.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I still have a pair of Eastlands.
Yeah, that was like a different kind of night. You know what I'm saying? When
Yeah, yeah,
you get a date with a girl you've been wanting to see, and you try to dress it up a little bit. Like I ain't
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
no sneakers. I'm gonna wear some East.
yeah. I still have mine, man. Still looking fresh and crispy too.
Good, good. Yeah, Eastlands, and I used to play the Wallabies like that too. The Clark.
Okay, well,
You know, on
I
a
haven't heard that in a minute.
yeah, with a yeah, yeah, with a yeah. I was looking at. We had a question. Let me look at this question right quick in the
All
thing.
right.
What's up, D. Will from the South? Um, was Atlanta the only city doing G slouch socks? I don't know what that is. Do you know what a G slouch sock is?
Nah, I don't think I heard that one.
That might be an ATL thing.
Yeah.
There, but I'm interested. I might have to Google that after the show because I'm in. But all right, so we'll jump right in the halftime. So I'm going to start with the Katrina questions, and then we'll jump to a happier time. Talk about
Gotcha. All right, yeah, go ahead.
in the no limit. Now, when Katrina initially happened, I remember it was 2005.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was the preparation for that? Like, y'all, I'm sure even back then y'all knew that it was a storm coming, but I mean, like, how did that come up? Like, how did that start?
Okay, well, all right. Initially, of course, you get the weather report saying, hey, let's say a week out. Okay, well, we got this big storm projected to go towards the Gulf. We know it's going to go towards the Gulf, but we don't know which way it's going to turn. East or west, or if it's going to hit, Louisiana or what. So, the norm for New Orleans is when hurricanes come. This has been for me growing up as a kid. When hurricanes would come, they would kind of turn at the last minute and kind of skip the city, like either go towards Florida or South Texas or whatever. So majority of the hurricanes would turn, like I said, as a kid. So we would evacuate, but my family, we grew up not really having much money. So when you evacuate, it's almost like, okay, man, I didn't wasted money, evacuating, stayed at a hotel, spending money on food. Now we got to drive back, gas and everything. So it's kind of like, okay, we could have stayed. So you have that happen a lot where, okay, and the mindset over time is, okay, well, it ain't going to hit the city. It's going to turn at the last minute like it always do. So it don't make sense for us to leave. So that's the mindset. So, and years and years and years go by of going through that. Fast forward to Katrina, I'm actually at work. I'm a letter carrier, so a mailman, so I deliver mail. So I was actually delivering mail in New Orleans, and of course, we got the notification, the heads up that the storm was heading towards the city. By then, this was let's say 3 days before it hit, 2 or 3 days before it hit. And my wife was actually at home. This is a Saturday before Katrina. My wife said, hey Pat, the weatherman said he leaving. And his name is Bob Breck, but Bob never leaves. He never leaves the city, regardless of what's going on, what kind of storm or anything. So she called, she said, hey Pat, Bob said he leaving, so I think we should leave. And initially my thoughts were, okay, well, we could just go to the dome because it's going to turn at the last minute like it always do. So that we won't have to go waste money, staying out somewhere, driving gas or whatever, staying for a couple of days and then coming back. So she said, well, I'll watch the news a little bit longer and then I'll call you back. So I went to, resuming delivering the mail. And she called me back, I want to say maybe like an hour later. And she said, okay, we need to go. She said, the way they're talking about this storm, we need to leave. Fine, my family's important. Let's hit the road. So actually I went back to the station, walked up to my supervisor. I said, hey, storm, as you know, it's coming. My family's important. So, my wife really wants to get out of here. So we're leaving. So I said, if y'all gonna write me up for any kind of, whatever, bringing the mail back, y'all just have to do it when I come back. And my supervisor was like, oh, well, it ain't gonna hit. This gonna turn at the last minute. I don't know what y'all leaving for, and, blah, blah, blah. And we left that next day, man, and I've never seen her again. I've never seen that lady again. So I don't know if she made it throughout the storm. I don't know if she survived. I don't know.
Wow,
so
never seen her again.
Yeah, I never seen or heard from her again. I went back to visit the old station, a few times. Since I've been living here in Dallas, but I don't know what happened to her. So
Wow, crazy. That's crazy.
yeah,
Okay. Well, we all know, some of it's a completely tragic and unfortunate
yeah.
instance. So I guess my next question would be why or how did you guys decide on Dallas?
Okay, well, uh, where the ATL people at? Because this for y'all. Um, once we relocate, well, we were trying to decide where we're gonna go. So we considered Florida initially first, but we were like, okay, when we go to Florida, we're gonna be in the same situation, running from hurricanes every year. Don't want to do it. We considered Houston, but with the way New Orleans was at that time, wasn't it was leading the nation in murders rates and all that. So majority of the New Orleans people relocated to Houston. So I was like, okay, well, I don't want to go to Houston because we kind of been wanting to get out the city anyway. Which in all actuality, we actually had planned on. Well, I'll get back to it. My wife's brother was living here in Dallas. So he would tell us about Dallas every now and then. Send us some books about buying homes and stuff like that. And we were like, okay, cool. Well, we're interested in moving to Dallas. So, but this was before Katrina. So we at that time we actually considered moving to Dallas. But our plans were to move a year after Katrina hit, not knowing Katrina was coming. Okay. So we were already making plans in 2006 to move to Dallas. Okay. So, but the reason why I say this for my Atlanta folks, we considered Atlanta, but I said, you know what? Big Saints and Falcons rivalry, I can't deal with the fans. I won't be able to deal with the Falcons fans. So I know I'm going to end up getting in a fight or something like that. So I said, but Dallas is our best option. Let's roll.
Yeah, that's pretty good. 808 Kick say New Orleans people ran through Atlanta like a hurricane.
I could believe it too. I could believe it, man.
See, I feel like, I don't want to offend anybody saying this, but really since you and I were teenagers, I feel like Atlanta has been a hotbed for Black relocation.
Oh, man.
Black people go to Atlanta, white people go to Seattle.
And not to cut you off, but I did take a high school trip to Atlanta with my school, and we just so happened to be there the weekend of Freaknik, and yeah, they was wilding out. So
yeah, we our age talk about the freak.
Yeah, yeah, man. So, but ATL wasn't the place for me.
Nah, I got you. We're being in North Carolina, we're only like 5 hours away, so we find our way down there every now and then. But Atlanta it's an experience. A lot of good.
Yeah, I do want to take a trip. Me and my wife talk about it every now and then, but I do want to take a trip down there. Because it's been years since I've been back, but just to kind of go visit, see what's popping down there. And of course, me stopping in sneaker stores just to see what they got. So that would be my mindset.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. But okay. So now we got to talk about this no limit and cash money thing before we get back into the third.
Gotcha. Bring it, man. Bring it.
Okay. Now, my first question is we're from the same era. We're basically the same age.
Uh-huh.
No limit or cash money?
Honestly, it's been cash money for me.
Okay. I'm going to stay on the no limit side, but I'm not going to.
But I'm going to tell you this. As a teenager, it was cash money for me from about 15 years old. I want to say maybe till I was maybe closer to 20. And then it kind of, okay, well, I'm feeling no limit a little bit more. And I think what really did it for me was when Mystical signed with them, because I was a big Mystical fan.
Even though UNLV would drag him in the river and all that?
Yeah. Yeah, man. So it was more Mystical that drew me to No Limit than anything. You know, because I love him, man. Mystical, that man, I could listen to his stuff all day long. But Cash Money, man, I pretty much know everything, man.
Okay, okay.
And then I kind of sneak this in that little plug, but I actually had a class with Lil Wayne, so in high school, yeah.
Now, all right. Do you feel like? Well, for one, I will say I feel like No Limit, just to make him say video, all the sneakers that
Oh yeah,
video,
yes.
Cash Money on the shoe side. I feel like
Yeah. Because Cash Money was on the Reeboks. You know, ain't nobody really was.
Soldier Reeds.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and I wasn't a big fan of Soldier Reeds. You know, I don't know. It just the silhouette just didn't do nothing for me. You know, and I hate to say it looked kind of feminine, but to me it kind of did. You know, just the shape of the toe box and everything. So like, you know, it just looked like a girl shoe to me. You know.
I feel that. You know what I used to feel that way about, even though I have several pairs of it. I've always felt like the Air Max 90 was a kind of a feminine looking.
Oh
shoe.
Yeah.
Sidebar there.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're more Cash Money, even though you love Mystical.
Yeah.
What is your favorite No Limit release of all time?
Gotta be Make him say that's probably my favorite one of all time. I could let that one bump all day long. I can repeat that sucker all day long.
So that's the whole Ghetto D album, or just that?
Yeah, well, just that one song.
Okay.
Now, as far as a particular album,
yeah, tell me an album.
Oh man, it would probably have to be Ice Cream Man.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that would probably have to be my favorite No Limit record. You know, because that was like the natural raw P. You know, you got the ghetto P. You know, I'm trying to make it out the hood P. You know, so that's I think that's probably my favorite out of all of them.
Yeah, he's like since we had the sports, he hadn't won that first championship yet. He still had that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now, I feel, because it was a few months after, I feel like it was that same hunger. To me, True to the Game was a perfect release.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
There hasn't been a No Limit album that I liked more before or since. Like, it was a double.
Okay.
I hate that you can't get Smoking Green. You can't stream it or anything. You know.
Yeah.
On YouTube for that, but it probably didn't have clearance for that sample.
Yeah, probably. So. Yeah.
But if I could get the second release version, but them still include Smoking Green, my life would be a lot easier instead of me trying to drive and turn on YouTube.
Yeah.
Listen to it while I'm riding.
Hey, wait, I see somebody say they went to Sarah T. Reid and Booker T. Hey, my wife went to Sarah T. Reid.
Yeah, man. All right, now for Cash Money, what's your favorite Cash Money album?
Oh, whoo! Hey, it got to be oh man, I would say it's a toss up between Juvenile Soldier Rag or Lil Wayne The Block Is Hot. Well, I don't know, but the Carter 3, man, I could bang the Carter 3 all day long. It's hard. It's like No Limit, man. Oh, and then Hot Boys Guerrilla Warfare. So like, you know, to be honest, I couldn't choose. You know, Big Time was like, man, I could bump all of them equally, I guess.
For me, it's 400 Degrees. Oh, XOXO Yokisha said the same thing. 400 Degrees was really my introduction to Cash Money because I discovered them. You know, I mean, they used to play. They were playing High on Rap City months before MTV played it.
Okay, yes.
I'm like, man, I ain't never seen a video like this. Nigga.
Yeah. Yep.
My dad even loves that video. You know
really?
what I'm saying?
Oh, that's crazy.
If I go back home and we hang out and he's riding with me, he'll be like, play Hot right quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of his favorites.
Funny, man. That's funny. That's good, though. That's good. Yeah, you know, it took a minute for Cash Money to get that nationwide exposure, man. But them dudes kept fighting. You know, it was good to see it. But you know, they was local for a while, man. You know, but I'm glad they finally got it off the ground. You know, I just hated it at the time. You know, growing up, it was. You know, once No Limit and Cash Money made it, you know, it was almost like they was kind of put against each other. You know, and I kind of hate that though.
Well, that's my last question before we get into the third quarter. Now, I always used to interpret as Juvenile talking about Master P. Just some of the things he said. you know, I mean, BG was dissing No Limit on the Guerrilla Warfare album, talking about wannabe soldiers and all.
Yeah. You know that dude was, yeah, he was a nice rapper, but some his thought process I just didn't understand it sometimes.
Yeah. So and did you ever interpret High as a dig at No Limit, or was
You know what? To be honest, which I never did.
okay. Most people don't. That's why I'm like,
Yeah. I never did.
but you can't be stopped. Like it was stuff that Juvenile was saying where I'm like, but shit, he's their special guest
But you never
on the
know, man.
tour, so I guess it's all good now.
Yeah. You never know because, like I said, they as some years throughout the point they were. I don't want to say I don't know if it was the media or the city, but at one point it was like, okay, you have Cash Money part of the city, and then you have No Limit part of the city. So it's like,
Yeah. Yeah, it was real interesting because it was like after, to me, with the demise of No Limit, and again, obviously y'all know even more than me since you and some of the people in the comments are from New Orleans, but after Beats by the Pound, other than that No Limit Top Dog, that second Snoop,
yeah,
a little bit, we got a little
yeah.
after that.
But I know from what I heard, P didn't want to pay a lot of people. Same with Baby. It became a money issue, and they didn't want to pay these producers, and producers end up leaving and signing with somebody else, and their music, it just drops, so it's not that good. So, but I mean, I think every label goes through something like that, man.
Yeah, Puffy.
Somebody said Silk the Shocker was the worst. Hey, fact, Silk was horrible, but my cousin loved Silk, man. But Silk was I never heard a dude that talk rap.
Yeah, see, to me, I always feel like Silk had his place because if he was on a song with like a bunch of niggas, because you
like
rappers like that.
Yeah.
Everybody can't be a rapper for a whole song, but you got a nigga that just spit a verse.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was Silk. Put a nice beat behind him.
Even with Mystical, I don't want to offend you. I feel like
really?
artist bars and rhymes was where he was on somebody else's shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, that's understandable,
Because like when they soldiers, I mean, I used to live for them soldier songs, like But I'm gonna ask you another question with that later if I don't,
Okay.
old. If
Got you. All right. Got you.
You know what? I'm gonna ask you now, but give me the answer at the end of the show. Out of all those No Limit soldier songs, tell me which one you think is the best one at the end of the show.
Got you. All right.
Okay. So as we get into the third quarter, now we're talking about Sneaker Present.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, for old dinosaurs like us, you know what I'm saying, the game has changed a bunch different times, but in your opinion, when did the game start changing for you?
Oh, man. Let me say, I think for me, I want to say maybe 2018, 19-ish. To me, it seemed like that's when it started getting hard, to cop shoes. And I guess, to be honest, I don't know when StockX actually was established. But I want to say somewhere around that time, because it seemed like, at one point, like, all my cops were coming off of the sneakers app. Like, between me and my wife, man, we were hitting on every shoe that came out. And then it seemed like after when the Off-White UNC ones dropped, it seemed like after that period, that's when it became hard for us to, to cop shoes. So, but it was I think around that period for me.
Huh. Okay. See, I look at it like I'll go back, a little bit further. It's like different benchmarks in the game, and I'm gonna want your opinions on this. Like, to me, when we was copping shoes in the early 2000s, shoe game was mostly pure.
Yeah.
Still had collabs. Still had people going crazy for Jordans. Obviously, social media and technology weren't, really a thing. I mean, they were around.
Yeah.
So, to me, reselling is a big part of why shoes are where they are now.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
that first benchmark to me was the DMP pack in 2006, only because that was the first time I really saw people trying to resell Jordans heavy.
Oh wow. See, you know, and to be honest, I didn't notice it then.
Okay. Yeah, that was the first little wrinkle for me was that.
Okay.
Then after that, it would jump to '08 when they did the countdown packs and all those fusions.
Gotcha.
To me, the countdown packs, introduced the, I should say the DMP introduced it, but the countdown packs pushed it a little further. But I always include the fusions because I'm sure you remember that playoff 8, the first retro of the playoff 8, 2007 Christmas. It was the last Jordan that was like old school priced.
That was what they were, like 150 or something like that? Or?
Even that much. They were like 135. How much an 8 was back in the day.
Oh wow, man.
Yeah. To me, I think Nike and Jordan Brand saw the fusion was like, man, niggas is gonna pay 150 for these fusions. They're gonna pay 310 for these packs. That was when Jordans just all started being 150.
Yeah. Now I remember that. Yeah, when it when it went to 150.
Yeah. So then I jumped to the LeBron 8 South Beach. Now I'm from Cleveland, so they weren't really a big deal for us like they were for other people because the South Beach is set. But that changed Nike basketball as a whole.
Okay.
Because if I've been arguing with people here lately that, and I may piss off some of the people in the comments, but to me, from that South Beach 8, and then like a month or two later, the Kobe 6 Grinch came out.
Yeah, I remember that.
From that little era, fall 2010 up through the 2015 All-Star game, Nike basketball trumped Jordan most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for the Christmas 11, people would pick the Christmas 11, but like niggas was really buying LeBrons and Kobe.
Yeah, LeBron. Yeah, because LeBron was popping for some years.
Yeah, the whole time he was on the Heat.
Yeah.
Because he had some shit going with the 7, but niggas in Cleveland, niggas wasn't really ready to pay 150 for no LeBron.
Wow.
So, because the shoes were always 125. So
yeah,
I think that the South Beach 8 and the Grinch Kobe 6 was another benchmark to the game changing. It kind of opened it up. And again, the reselling started going up even more with those. Mm-hmm. Then the Yeezy and the Galaxy Foamposite. That's another.
Yeah.
The Concord 11. That's all grouped together. Concord 11, Yeezy 2, Galaxy Foamposite. Those all came within a 3-4 month period.
Yeah.
So
that was released.
That, and then right after that, Instagram hit where everybody could have it because it was on Android. So after Instagram, that was another change to the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then the final blow was the Adidas Yeezys.
Okay, yeah.
That was to me, the Adidas Yeezys set a lot of what we're dealing with now in motion because the Adidas Yeezy ended first come, first serve for a lot of retailers.
Yeah, because everybody wanted to buy them and resell them.
And then with that was when companies between like 16 and 18, that's when everybody went digital.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you remember, the sneakers app was only for like special shit.
Exactly. Yeah, it went straight to Nike website.
Yeah, it wasn't for no black and white Hirachis or no Griffeys.
Yeah.
No Dion's. Not saying those shoes aren't special, but you know what I'm saying. The sneakers app was for like special projects.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. I remember the Nike website because when I got my 7210s, I actually bought them on Nike.com.
Yeah.
But you had to wait in line, and it took me like 45 minutes waiting on the internet to actually buy the shoe.
Now, that's another one. Like I actually bought those because of a situation, but those were made so poorly that when we left Cleveland, we had like a garage sale, and I sold a bunch of shoes, and those had to go. Those were one of the only Jordans I sold, but they yellowed so fast, I didn't even want them anymore. Because I only wore them 10 times, and they were like yellow, like they was from the 90s or something. I'm like, man, nah. So, I don't know. You just struck a nerve when we talking about the 70s.
Oh, man.
Bitch is wrong. They yellow. So,
man. Yeah, my I'm trying to about the that soul stuff to help clear them back up, but I don't know, for some reason I'm scared to use it.
Yeah.
I guess do it myself. So yeah, but that's mainly one of the main reasons why I kind of don't wear my 7210s that often, because they yellow, So the top part look good, the upper portion, just that bottom is just yellow.
Nah, I feel it. Now, with you being in Dallas now, what's the Dallas sneaker scene like?
Oh, you know what? It's actually pretty cool, man. But to be honest, I haven't been out that much since the pandemic, because I try to stay to myself. Don't really want to get sick or anything like that. So, but it's pretty cool, man, to see the sneakerheads here. I'm actually I wanted to go to an event that they have this weekend, and one of the guys I follow, Polos and Jays. He's actually hosting the sneaker expo, um, and he has told me about a few stuff that's been going on here, but it seems like it's a good community here. I just haven't been able to attend some of the events just yet, especially because of COVID.
Nah, I get you. It's been the same, since we've been down here in Carolina. I haven't really got to go to any sneaker events because they have them in Charlotte. I don't know if they've had any in like Raleigh or Durham because I'm actually a lot closer to there than I am to Charlotte. It's been kind of the same thing, and a lot of it is the pretense of the pandemic. It's kind of over the last month or so, it's kind of gotten bad everywhere.
Yeah, especially with the new variant. Yeah,
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I figured if I asked you about Dallas, you were gonna bring up Polos and Jays because I know he's
yeah,
there. Yeah. He's got quite a following. So, okay. So because now we've talked about the scene and kind of how the game has changed. For us. You said that after the UNC Off-White, it kind of changed for you. Where's like your go-to place that's not the sneakers app to get shoes?
To be honest with you, Finish Line been good to you, boy, man. Yeah, everything that's been coming out. I guess GR wise, I've been able to cop off Finish Line. And for some strange reason, like my wife's sneakers account, she hit on everything. So, man, look, I'll be jealous sometimes. I'll be upset, like, man, how do you get this, man? But other than that, it's been Finish Line, Jimmy Jazz, every now and then, and I guess that's pretty much it. I'm not ready to dig deep in the pockets to pay resale, especially with the prices that I see around here. So I just try to cop off of like I say, Finish Line or Jimmy Jazz. My wife may gift me some shoes, and she'll probably go pay it. So for my birthday or wedding anniversary or something like that. But yeah, other than that, yeah.
Nah, it's the same thing, man. Like my wife, she hits quite a bit on sneakers. She's won me some stuff I still can't believe I have.
Yeah, I saw them TS Lows.
Yeah. Well, I actually got access to those, but she won.
Oh, that was your okay. All right, okay.
She won me the DB, the Dornbecker 6s, and
I wanted those.
That was like the first time I think she was on sneakers, and I wasn't even gonna tell her about it. She's like, "Well, you ain't tell me about it," and she won them.
Wow.
Cool. But another time, like last year when the Raging Bulls came back, I had already taken my L. She got on the sneakers app at like 10:10 and won them bitches in my side.
Come on, that's crazy.
You know what I mean? So
that's crazy, man.
We go through the same thing, and I'm going through what you talk about now. Where it's like, man, she got those LeBron 19, the Space Jam ones, the uniform.
Yeah.
She got them bitches. I really wanted them, man. We both hit. We both
hit.
But look,
I'd be upset, man. I wake up in the morning, I do something. If I go to work, I come home, or even while I'm at work, I just get a text message from my wife. It'll be the picture of the guy. I'm like, how are you doing this? Like, and my first question is, okay, what size you got him in?
What size you wear?
Yeah, well, she wears 8, but I wear a 10.5. So, my question be like, okay, these for me or these for you?
Yeah.
That's my next question. Who they for?
Yeah, man. Like, since my wife has it's my wife. She's like 8 through 9, so we really are living kind of the same with that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. I mean, I want to shout out all the female collectors out there that.
Oh yeah.
A lot of them wear GS, but a lot of them don't. And they still
Mm-hmm.
pay that ticket. You know, I got
Yeah.
to give props either way. But I really wish I wore. See, if I wore 8.5 like my wife, we'd probably be fighting because I'd probably wear them.
Oh
I ain't
man.
want them bitches. And
Like who you, bruh? It would be such an argument up in this house, man. With both of us wearing the same shoes, because she have a nice collection herself, man. And you know, she finally started. I convinced her to start her Instagram sneaker page.
good.
So she finally started it with her shoes. And I'm trying to get her to post more often. So, but you know, I say, man, you got all these kicks. It's time for you to start breaking them out. You know, it's time for you to start wearing them.
See, what we're gonna have to do, because you know, my wife and I have the Weathered Souls page that we share together.
Yeah.
Us and y'all, we should do one of these, like a 2-on-2 kind of thing where.
Oh, yeah, we're down for it, man. Yeah, we all for it.
Yeah.
You know, she like them just as much as I do. We both enjoy sneakers, man. That's something. I want to say. I think. You know, I guess I don't want to say I kind of influenced her, but I think I did, because as a teenager, you know, once I started making money with other jobs, whenever I buy shoes, I would buy for both of us, and I started that as a teenager.
Let me ask you this. Now, how long, I know it's been a long time, but how long exactly have y'all been married?
Oh, man, we've been married for a long, now 23 years, man. March would be 24 years we've been married.
Wow, so since 98.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. I was 20 years old when I got married.
Wow, y'all still together. That's a beautiful thing, man. Props.
Yeah, thanks.
See,
how long you been married?
Huh?
How long you been married?
We've been married for 4 years. We've been together for almost 12, though.
Okay. All right. Yeah, look, me and my wife, we were together at 15-ish. Yeah, we had our first kid at 16. So
nice.
Yeah, we had to grow up quick.
Now, see, it was easy back then because, you know, for a lot of y'all youngsters that's watching this show, back then it was only like 5 to 8 Jordans in a whole year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you didn't have releases every week.
Nah. So the last Jordan that came out before you got married was probably the Flint 13.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Those came out Valentine's Day in '98.
Yeah.
Playoff didn't come out until like April because it was about to be the playoffs.
So, about to be the playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was easy back then. To me, the 13 was that first Jordan that got like more than 5 releases.
Yeah. Because what you had, the Flints, the He Got Game,
the Cherry.
The Cherry. Yeah, the playoffs.
The playoffs.
Yeah.
The black and red. And you had the two low, the chutney and the black and blue low.
Yeah, you sure did. Yeah, the chutney. Yeah, I forgot about those, man.
And they're forgettable shoe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, that was the last 13. And I remember which, you know, you from New Orleans, you remember this. You remember when Snoop was with y'all with No Limit.
No Limit, yeah.
In that first video, what is the shit called? Top Dollar with the gold flea collar. What is that shit? Still a G thing.
Yeah.
It was scenes from that movie he did with No Limit in the video. And C Murder was in the video with this Players University shirt that niggas used to wear with the chutneys. You know what I'm saying? Because it was black and the Players University was that.
Yeah.
And I'm still, like, I've given up on it now, but I used to look for that shirt everywhere in Cleveland.
Really?
I had to go with it. You know? Niggas.
That's funny.
Like, I have the retro pair now. I still have the OGs, but they're separating like fuck. So, I have the retro, and I do wear it with this FUBU jacket that's the same color. You know?
Okay, gotcha.
Some retro type shit, but yeah, I look for that Players University shirt all over the place, man.
That's funny.
yeah, but that was, 98 was a good year.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah.
And props to you married all that time, and y'all are both.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. It ain't easy, but you know, we making it. You know.
Yeah.
Communicate.
Hey, marriage is a journey. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, it is. And you actually, you know, I hate to get off topic, but you know, you kind of
talking.
You know, yeah, I don't want to say. I mean, you're still the same person, but you kind of change as you get older. So, things that I kind of was into or things that I did, younger, I'm not doing anymore, and I'm into different things now, so. But yeah, you live and you learn and you love. So that's pretty much it, so.
Yeah. Yo, Keisha, I was also still in high school in '98. I was in 11th grade.
Yeah, I was just got married, man, and off to the military a couple months later.
Got you. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we'll go ahead and step to the fourth quarter.
All right.
So, what is Patrick Broussard's holy grail? That shoe that you want that you just haven't been able to put your hands on, but you still.
You know what? It's actually two.
Okay.
The Chicago ones and the off-white Chicago ones. It's crazy because what was that? Was it 2016 or 2017?
Well, for the off-whites or the regular?
The off-whites?
Yeah, that was 17.
The off-white one? Okay, yeah, 2017. For my birthday that year, man, my wife had bought me, I want to say, man, somewhere like around 9 or 8 pairs of shoes for my birthday. So, I mean, yeah, she loaded me up, man. So it was like, I think the off-whites came out in June, because my birthday was in June. So I think maybe like a week or two after my birthday, like at that time, our app was hitting on everything, man. And me being, the good guy I am, I'm like, she said, because I told her I wanted them. I wanted those UNC off-white ones. I mean, I'm sorry, the Chicago off-white ones. Mm-hmm. And after my birthday passed, like I said, she had bought me all these shoes. And when they finally got ready excuse me, to drop, she said, you want them? You still want them? I said, nah, you know what? You bought me all these shoes for my birthday. I'm good. I don't need them. But I still kind of want them, but I said, I don't want you to spend them on money. You already spent enough money. Man, when I tell you I'm kicking myself in the butt right now, like hard. Because I knew, like I said, I hit on the off-white Vapor Max. The Vapor Max. So it was like at that time, our app was hitting on everything, man. Even the off-white UNC ones, she hit on those, but Nike sent her the wrong shoe. And they apologized and said, okay, well, send the shoe back. We're going to refund your money. We sorry we don't have the shoe available no more. So I actually could have had either one of them, so. But the Chicago one and the off-white, Chicago ones were probably the two that I really want,
Nah, I feel it. I mean, we all have stories like that where if we could go back and, you zig when you should have zagged, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. And plenty kids.
Yeah, I always tell a story of how, the store I was running at the time in 2015 could have had the shattered backboards and the 2015 Chicago's for $86 a piece.
Oh, man.
I was so tenured. My discount was 50% by that point, but they just weren't ever. Jordan 1s were never unattainable shoes for older people like us.
Yeah.
You could just get them.
Yeah.
They always sell out the way people think, because I have the 94 Chicago's, and they're oxidized now, but now you got niggas pins to make them look old on purpose. So
wow. Okay. Yeah, and that's what they do. Yeah.
So I definitely should have bought them and the shattered backboard, but I was still thinking with my old brain, like, man, this ain't even an OG color, man. Niggas ain't gonna care. And just never thought it would be a Jordan 1 would be in $1,000, $2,000 shoe. I never thought that.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Because you know how it was. I mean, in the 2000s, niggas used to treat Jordan 1s the way they treat Jordan 2s now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it wasn't a thing,
It was almost like it wasn't even a real Jordan. Like,
exactly. Yeah, because to be honest, I didn't really get into the ones until, maybe around 2015, 2016. Mm-hmm. But before then, like, man, I could care less if I don't need it.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, I grew up in the era where we balled in our shoes. We balled in our Jordans. Whatever shoe you bought, so like, man, you ain't seen nobody hooping in ones.
And if they did, they'd fuck up their ankles.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, where do you see your collection going in the future?
Well, for the past couple of years, I've kind of been, okay, well, let me get my hands on whatever I can grab kind of person, because, nowadays, with resale and everything, it's kind of hard to get what you actually want. But now I'm to the point where, okay, I'm kind of tired of buying a different silhouette in the color that I already have in another silhouette. So now I'm kind of more to the point where, okay, this the shoe I want. Forget all the 15 GRs that's coming out the next, couple months or the next 2 months. I say that since they dropping Jordans every week. Let me just concentrate on this. This pair, that pair. I don't need everything that's dropping every week. But that used to be me, So, but now as I get older, it's like, man, 20 years from now, this stuff gonna crumble up, So like, I guess I look back at it and say, damn, I done wasted all this money, on shoes that's crumbling, So now I'm more specific to what I want in my collection now. So.
Okay. I get that. That's a good way to be.
But I do need to make it more diverse though, because growing up as a kid, it's been all. I wanted Jordans, but I couldn't really get them. So now that I'm able to get them, I'm kind of saying, okay, well, I don't want to miss out on the shoes I couldn't get as a kid. So I need to get out of that mindset, because there's some Adidas that I do like. There's some Sauconys I like, New Balance, but I'm just so stuck on, okay, I don't want to miss out on this Jordan that I'm kind of forgetting about everything else. So, and I need to get out of that.
I think everybody's, kind of gone through that at one point in time.
Yeah.
Jordans, even, back in the 90s when we were young, Jordans were always a priority. Like I said, oh, you got the, couldn't get the J's. Must have sold out.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, yeah, you get it.
And the
and
nigga,
they love flexing on you too back then, man.
Yeah, and the nigga was sad until you had the Jordans. It was like, nigga, fuck you, nigga.
Yeah.
So,
oh boy. Yep.
Like me, nigga. All that. But yeah. So, what is on your radar next as far as new releases for this year?
Okay, for this year, I'm definitely going after the Aimant Manière 2s. I kind of slept on the 3s, but now I want them. But like I said, I'm not ready to pay $700.
I'm like you. I slept.
Yeah.
I slept. First, I was gonna be like, I'm gonna let the ladies have this one.
Exactly. Yeah.
A couple different times, and then the last sneakers release they had, I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to get them, and I took an L, and
yeah,
they was 300 for a while. I could live with 300. I would complain.
Yeah.
But now they like 600.
Yeah, exactly. So I try to get because I like the backstory behind them. So that's kind of mainly why I want them. The 2s. I'm also looking at those yellow toes. The yellow toe one.
Yeah.
And of course, when every 11 drops at Christmas time, because me, like I said, I'm an 11 person, so I drop whatever color come out. It don't matter. Unless it's a Columbia, because I already have them. But yeah, I guess other than that, I think that's pretty much it. As of right now, that's on my radar. So,
well, I'll say for me, definitely need those white penny ones.
Yeah, are they coming out this year?
Yeah, they're supposed to.
Okay, yeah, because I haven't seen a release date for them, so like, okay, well, I don't know if they're gonna actually release or not.
Well, you know how with Nike retros that aren't Jordans or foams, they don't really have.
Yeah, they don't give a date. Yeah, they just.
It'd be like February 1st, but a nigga might already had them since January.
Yeah.
Because any shoe store I've ran, when we would get Nike retros that weren't Jordans or foam posits with a hard date, we could just put them out whenever. We get like a Pippin or a Penny or something.
Oh wow, okay.
Just put it out
and just drop them. Yeah.
Yeah, So it's probably gonna be like that.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, of confirmed stuff like with dates. Those UNC 6s, anything that's a 6, I'm still going to look at it. I still need those midnight blue 6s because my pair crumbled.
Okay.
So those 2.
Yeah, the 6s, I forgot about those. Yeah, I want to get those.
Yeah, those 2. Because I don't really have a lot of Carolina Jordans, and I feel like I should have just a few since I'm down here. But
oh, yeah.
Other than that, I'm kind of over 1s and 11s. No disrespect. I know the 11 is.
Yeah. I feel you. But you know what?
Kind of old.
I actually, like I said, I'm getting more into ones, and for me personally, I feel like I don't have enough colorways in them. So I'm actually gearing towards more ones now. Just to kind of, because like I said, I'm starting to like them. Because for me, it's 11s, ones, and then sixes are my favorite silhouettes.
Okay.
So lately, I've just been trying to load up on just those silhouettes. Because like I said, I like those, but I need more ones in my different color ones in my collection.
Got you. Yeah, for me, I'm still chasing down some sixes that I've missed. My wife has gotten me a couple this past year between our anniversary and Christmas, but
Okay.
I guess a few sixes that I'm trying to get on the reach back side. Those all 3M ones, the Reflections of Champions. I need.
Oh yeah, the championship pack. Yeah.
Yeah, I need those.
Gatorades?
Oh, huh?
Do you have the Gatorades?
Yeah, I got both of the Gatorades.
Oh, really? See, I need those green ones.
Man, now you go get them. I'm speaking into existence. You go get them. I'm gonna tell you, man, them bitches don't go with nothing.
Really? And I was looking at the colorway yesterday, and I'm like, okay, man, I don't know.
Bitches don't go.
It's just a weird green.
Yeah, and all of the apparel that they came out with it matches the white and orange ones, but it doesn't match the green ones because even the orange is different. Like right now, like I have a Gatorade shirt that goes with it that I found at a thrift store, but I can't even think of what I might just do, because I always say a gray hoodie is like a white tee for the winter. I might the gray tee, like I just want to wear these bitches. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They don't go with nothing, man.
Oh boy, yeah, I need those.
Yeah, but I need them 3Ms. I need those social status sixes, the black with the hair.
And those were going pretty cheap a while back when right after they released.
I know, man.
They were pretty cheap, yeah. Because I got mine, discounted. So
yeah. So it's a couple of used pairs on GOAT that aren't that high, but it's just a few random sixes I need. But I have most of them, and the black and red one, whenever it comes out, no matter how many pairs I have, that's the shoe that started it all for me.
Yeah, that's the infrareds.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I was hurt that the varsity. I usually wear my varsity red sixes in the snow, but it's been snowing out here lately. But
yeah,
after the 14 pair came out, and I ended up getting 3 pairs of the 14.
Wow.
2 pairs of the 19. It's like those were just snowshoes, and now they started to crumble a little bit. And I'm like, damn, man, 2010. They ain't that long ago in sneakers, but I guess.
Yeah, man, they're crumbling already. How you feel about those the white Oreo sixes? Have you seen them yet?
I've seen them rendering. Again, they'll get a look. I don't know if it's I didn't buy the Bordeaux or the hair sixes, just because I got sevens. I don't need the sixes.
Okay. Yeah. See, I don't have the sevens, so I ended up getting the sixes because I don't have those.
How you don't have the Bordeaux 7, man?
Yeah, because it's weird, man. Because like I said, growing, for me it was just about 11s. Like I wouldn't give ones a look. I wouldn't give sevens a look. It took me a minute to start liking 8s, which I had the chance to get the grape 8s,
aquas.
Yeah, the aquas. I mean to say the aquas in the outlet. I literally tried the shoe on, looked at it on my foot. It would have been discounted. I had a hookup, a plug to get it discounted, but my mind was somewhere else, and I'm shooting myself in the butt, man, for not getting that one. And I think I would end up paying like $90 for it. Shooting myself in the foot, man.
We all got the moments,
Yeah.
The aqua is my favorite 8. So
yeah, same here.
I wish that I would have doubled up because there were so many pairs of them that they were cheap. I mean, the store I was at, I ended up doing a buy one get one, and they were a part of it. So I really should have got another pair.
Oh wow!
But the pair I have is in decent shape still. So I'm gonna try it out with that. They're not hard to find on the used side,
Yeah.
Because of the documentary, they may go for a little more now. That dance changed.
Yeah, the Netflix. Yeah.
That was another benchmark I forgot about. That was the last one. That Last Dance 2000.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything went up. Yeah. Resale just shot up after that. Yeah, it was crazy because I hit on the shock drop on the fire red fives then,
Okay.
and that like once they dropped, man, the price just skyrocketed on them. I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, because you know the last few Jordans, because I was still working for Foot Locker right before and during the pandemic first starting. The last few releases we had leading up to it, we had those iridescent nines, we had the Black Cat fours, the second pine green ones, the UNC threes. So it was those red threes. It was some shoes, but the first few shoes after everything closed down, the court purple ones, the
Okay.
DMP sixes, and even those fire red fives, like those were all easy cops. After that documentary, everything changed. And what let me know was me taking an L on the last Flint 13. Like I still don't have. I have every other one except this last one. Took an L on.
Wow. I managed to get mine through that Foot Locker, through the Flex.
Yeah.
And you know, to be honest with you, that was the last time I hit on Flex app.
Yeah, I like when it was the VIP reward. I don't like the Flex. It was hard explaining how it worked to people when I was still working for them. So
okay.
What happened? Why don't you work there anymore? I left Foot Locker because we moved to another state, and I just didn't want to work for them. I've worked for them like at least 4 times, so I could always go back, but they're just an okay company to work for. I'm not going to trash.
Yeah, I'm ready to say I heard a lot of complaints about them.
They could pay, but it's just an okay company to work for. It's a perfect second job, not a good first job. You know, I mean, Converse pays me almost twice what Foot Locker did. So.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, how you like it over there?
It's cool, man. I mean, it's still Nike. You know what I'm saying? Because Nike,
yeah.
So it's still Nike, but it's cool. What Converse has done for me is it's allowed me to still enjoy sneakers while doing something different because, you know, I mean, Jordans, we wear them for different reasons than a lot of these other people, but they're so saturated and so mainstream now that you're not really different anymore for having a bunch of sneakers because everybody collection. But
everybody.
A lot of people, especially, you know, niggas don't really fuck with Chucks. So, you know, I'm still wearing all my shoes, but, you know, wearing Chucks and wearing vintage Converse, it just gives a different look.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I feel you because I'm kind of, you know, like that way. Where I don't like to see me. But for me, when I buy my shoes, I sit them on ice because I kind of don't like wearing what everybody else is wearing right now.
Exactly.
So I'll actually hold it for like a year or two before I even wear it. So I start wearing some of my older stuff that you don't see people rocking that much, you know. So and that's kind of me. I'm like, okay, I don't want to go out and see everybody wearing, you know, Flint 13s everywhere I turn my head. Everybody got them. So
yeah,
you know, it's just I'll hold my stuff for like I said, a year or two before I even throw them on foot, you know. So
yeah, and the other thing I'll do is if I can't find just the right thing to wear with it, the bitches will sit until I figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because it's funny because man, I found it's like the basketball warm up sweaters that they're button up with the tearaway pants.
Yeah.
Actually, I found the Chicago. Well, I don't want to say Chicago Bulls. It's actually a Jordan one.
Okay.
Yeah. So I found the top in like a Nike outlet here in Dallas, and I held it for a year without even wearing it, and went to like a whole nother state and found the tearaway pants. You know, like a year later. So now I just combined the two together, and it actually looked like one fit, man, like they belong together. So I'm like you, like I'll hold it till I find just the right thing, you know, to go with it.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, piece of shit together, like that shit is fun to me. Like,
yeah,
you know, it'll be niggas that come in and just be like, they'll just buy the whole outfit that go with the shoe, like the mannequin. Now, I was guilty of. All right, the Jordan came out. I guess I'll get the shirt to go with it.
Yeah.
Do that. And if the shirt is unique enough, I'd still do it now. But a lot of times now with the Nike apparel, you can just wait. Like right now, they have a jacket and they have a hoodie. It's a Jordan hoodie and jacket where he's at the free throw line with the twos on, but it ain't no out. Right? But since I got
say it again.
You hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. Say it again.
No, I said right now there's a Jordan jacket and there's a hoodie version where the whole jacket and or hoodie, it's a picture of Jordan with the twos. You know, it's a
Okay.
87.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
At the line, you know, I'm looking at it. You know, I've seen it on my swoosh account and everything. Like, I know I'm gonna get that and piece that with some old shit. I'm gonna probably wear it with the twos, but it ain't
Okay.
out now. So it's kind of like you got to get shit like that and hold it until
Yeah.
you
Yep.
know. So
Yeah. And I was able to. Yeah. It's funny you say swoosh because I use it too. The swoosh account. My daughter actually used to work for Nike.
yeah,
But yeah, actually, I'm still holding on to a shirt that came out. I want to say in 2016. It's actually the one from Jordan jumping from the free throw line from the dunk contest, and it was a Nike shirt that released on the app, on the Swoosh app, and I still have it, man. I have yet to wear that shirt.
Yeah, man. I mean, like in 2016, it's funny you bring that up. There was a shirt. It was a Jordan shirt, but I was gonna do a rare. I was explaining to people like I could wear a Nike shirt with some Jordans, but I can't really usually wear a Jordan shirt with some regular Nikes.
Okay,
But
yeah, exactly.
this one time I was gonna do it. There's a Jordan shirt where it's just Michael Jordan's arm going up, and he's doing, you know, the peace sign, and it's 1990, and then it's got his hand as the two.
Okay.
Right. And I was gonna wear it with the Olympic Air Pegasus because that shoe is from '92. It's called the Pegasus '92.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, it's no visible Jumpman logos on it, so niggas might not know. And Michael Jordan wore it in the video. What was the shit? Michael Jordan's airtime. He was like walking, looking at a billboard of himself wearing those shoes. So I'm all about piecing shit together, trying to tell a story with the fits.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
most niggas ain't gonna get it. It's gonna go over people's heads. Like,
Yeah.
if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and that's actually pretty cool to me. Like you said, just you know, you don't look for a whole matching outfit, but you just find something here and just kind of just hold it, and then, you know, you may go somewhere else and then find something, and then they just come together, you know, later on down the line.
like my wife be rolling my eyes because I'll be just putting some shit that just fall together. I'm like, man, I don't know how I do it, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how I do it, man. It's a talent, you know. Niggas should pay me, but you know. But yeah, man. Well, I definitely appreciate you being on here, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, man. Anytime.
Yeah. And any before we go, do you have any questions for me?
Nah, but just, you know, I appreciate everything you're doing, man. You know, I follow you on, you know, IG and you know, we're in the Facebook group. So, but yeah, just keep doing your thing, man. You know, I like seeing different stuff. So, you know, just keep going with that.
Nah, man, that means a lot coming from you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, and appreciate you for having this kind of show.
Oh man, no problem, man. And I'll definitely, you know what I'm saying, have you back on. We got a lot to talk about, you know.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we can go on for hours, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat too, man. But
yeah, thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah.
Hey, look, hey, when you and your wife do y'all show, man, just give me a holler. You know, we'll hop on there. You know.
Yeah, we're gonna have to set something up, man.
Yeah,
you know,
that'll work.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Yeah, man. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, man. I'll be talking to you soon.
You gotta answer that question.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks.
You gotta answer that question.
Oh, good. I forgot. See, I knew.
Oh yeah, I forgot too.
Shout out to your lady, man. Shout out to the wife.
Yeah. Look, she just popped in here.
What's the best Soldier song?
Man, to be honest with you, like that's hard.
I'm gonna be honest. The regular No Limit Soldiers is hard to beat. However, I think I'm gonna go with C Murder's Soldiers from the first. You know.
Okay, well, yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
The mid-X one was hard too. You know.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a hard one.
Like, I be dunking niggas in the hood just like stack.
Yeah.
Like stack.
Yeah, I think I'll probably have to agree with you on that one. That C Murder, man. That C Murder go hard, man.
The way they slowed down the beat and they made it like a little more sinister and a little.
Yeah. Look, man, you about to maybe turn on my iTunes, man, and start bumping some No Limit for the rest of the night.
Hey, you know what we should do? This is something separate from the sneakers, man. We should do a versus our favorite songs. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yeah, look, I'm down for that.
Yeah, man. We got We're gonna be doing some stuff, man.
Yeah. Let me know, man. Let me know. I'm down.
All right, man. Well, look, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna holler at you.
All right. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Peace.
All right.